Casualties into detention extended 30 days. This was it.
Bruce Rivers, welcome to another episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board certified, that's B-O-A-R-D, certified criminal defense lawyer. Today we're reacting to the gift that keeps on giving, Mr. Andrew Tate. Before we do, this is brought to you by eSign.com. Let's say you are getting all your vehicles forfeited by the Romanian government, and you're sitting in a shithole jail where there's just one shipper in the middle and there's 56 guys around you, and you have no way to do anything except for remotely. So you have to sign eSign.com to get rid of some of your property so that you can pay your lawyers. Well, you go to eSign.com, you download the app. I don't know if he's got any device to do that, but maybe he does. You get three. Now, so we're reacting to some news. A Romanian judge has just granted a request by the prosecutors to extend the stay in his little palace that he's got there for another 30 days. But not just for him, for all four. And they're likely to appeal this ruling. And so my guess is that when they appeal the ruling, the prosecutor's going to have to tip their hand a little bit, saying this is why it's necessary. Or maybe they don't. But here's what this extended detention does. This extended detention allows, number one, allows them to continue their investigation, which they're going to do. But it also sweats the smaller players, right? So you've got four people, two of them are women. So he's got his brother, who's probably not going to snitch on him. And then you've got these two women. The two women are going to sweat. You watch. I'd be shocked if they didn't start snitching on him. A spokesperson for the Romanian anti-organized crime agency, DICOT, told the Associated Press that the prosecutors requested a 30-day extension to keep all four in detention while the investigation continued, and the judge approved it Friday. Now, Andrew Tate's lawyers, remember they had that initial 30 days and they appealed it and lost. And they're calling this an outrage. Ion Gliga, a lawyer for the Tate brothers, said he considered the ruling on Friday totally unjustified. Only an hour ago, the session was closed and the file had 20 volumes, he said. I find it very hard to believe that someone has physical capacity to study the files in such a short time, as only yesterday it reached the tribunal. In other words, the judge certainly couldn't have looked at everything and ruled that fast. So Andrew Tate's got somebody posting for him on Twitter. I don't know if he's got a device in there that he can do that, or if somebody else is doing it for him. But I'm in detention as they look for evidence. Evidence they will never find because we are not guilty. They have and will continue to ignore and throw away any and all testimony or hard evidence that we are innocent. Boy, you know, when you're sitting there, you're egging them on. And one of the things about prosecutors, they're petty. So you start criticizing them, they get motivated. You know, the federal prosecutors in almost every jurisdiction are motivated as hell. FBI agents are motivated as hell. When you have the Romanian prosecutors and you put out public statements out there how they're corrupt.
Respect the Romanian courts. What do they do? They're corruption-free.
You know, my case isn't about truth. This is about politics. It just isn't a smart play. That's my client. I'm telling you, shut the fuck up. Keep your mouth shut. Let's keep under the radar. Don't give them any ammunition. Because that's what he's doing by opening his mouth. Now, we have seen a lot of comments about one of the past videos that we did. And we were able to get a video that I don't think anybody else had. And let me tell you something else. We have a lot more of those. So if you'd like to see some more of that stuff, let me know. Because we can react to it. And I think it's instructive to show who he is as a person. Look at everything he's saying with a critical eye. It's self-snitching. 100%. And if you're saying it's just a persona, well, it's his own statements. And whether he was serious or not, it's coming into court. Period. His own video. And the judge has already used his own videos in determining whether or not he was going to detain him. So when you sit there and you criticize where he talks about how corrupt Romania is, how easy it is to bribe a guard. I'm just going to walk into jail and I'm going to, you know, and they'll be eating out of my hand.
Put me in jail. I'm going to walk in there with a pile of money like this. Guards.
They're not eating out of his hand right now. And he's calling this a travesty of justice. But you got to understand where Romania is and where Romania's place in the world is right now. You know, they were an Eastern Bloc country, but they're part of a developing body of countries who are part of a UN compact on human trafficking. So they are trying to improve their judicial system. They're trying to improve their position in the world. And this is a very high-profile case. And if they
trafficking countries
succumb to somebody like this, you know, they're going to be highly motivated to do it right and to make sure that he's prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Do I take glee in knowing that the top G is out there? I don't really like anybody doing jail time. You know, and I'm a defense lawyer. But he, by his own words, has criticized the Romanian government, said he went there to avoid law enforcement in London, and how easy it was because they're all corrupt there. Well, he's made a big mistake. He's made a very huge miscalculation, and that is going to bite him in the ass. And it has bitten him in the ass with the 7 passports and everything else he said. So, and this isn't just my conjecture. With all eyes on Romania on this very high profile case, they're going to want to get it right. So as Andrew Tate sits in this Romanian jail, who gets to see him? His lawyer's team gets to see him, and he put the 5 other people on his list. And one of those people is the popular streamer Aiden Ross. And Aiden Ross. I'm just looking at a picture of him now that I mean, he's trying to look like him. I mean, it's just kind of... You ever seen the movie Single White Female? Watch that movie and then think about this. This is just really weird. Okay. But his lawyer cast doubt on whether Aiden's going to be able to go there. Aiden says he's got a trip to Romania planned. We'll see if he actually gets in to see him. The lawyer says, I don't think he's going to come. And here's the thing. If I were him, your mom, your sister, you know, somebody for support, sure. Everything you say to them is going to be recorded. And if you try to get a statement out there, that's going to be a problem for his defense. So every word that comes out of your mouth that's not on the fucking stand is not something that should happen. Because it is your own words come into court. And his own words are going to kick his ass. So this is just our little update on Mr. Tate. And if you're sitting there in your basement with your Cheeto-stained underwear, find something else to do. So we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, not an incel. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and sign up for Patreon. And we'll see you next time.
This is a recent news of entertainment again. I'll keep you guys updated with this reaction, I guess. Let's see if Ross actually goes to visit him in jail or something. So I'm going to take